Hey everybody, I wanted to go over the high-low method. With the high-low method, the high month and the low month is picked by volume, not dollar amount. So here, the high would be March, because that's the most units shipped, and the low would be January. That's the fewest units shipped. So those will be the 2 points that we will use to do the high-low method. Here's the first step in the high-low method is to solve for the variable cost. Once we have that variable cost per unit, we can then solve for fixed cost. Let's set that up. So the variable cost per unit formula is change in cost over change in activity. So the high point was March, so the cost in March was $135,600. And subtract that from the low point, $72,600. The change in activity, the high point was $67,000 minus the low point, $32,000. All right, let's do the math of that. There's your numerator. Hope I don't have any typos here. And so the variable cost per unit, we do the math here, divide out the fraction. We get $1.80, or is there some rounding? No. Okay, good. All right, so $1.80 per unit shipped. Okay, so now to solve for the fixed cost, you pick either the high or the low unit. They'll both have the same intercept on a line, on a graph. And so you'll get the same answer both ways. If you don't believe it, then do it both ways. It's great practice. All right, so I'm going to pick the high point. So the high point was March. So the formula is total cost equal variable cost plus fixed cost. Those are all the costs, or all the variable and all the fixed. Okay, so total cost is, for the high point, $135,600. And variable cost per unit was $1.80. Times units shipped, plus, we're going to call it X. That fixed cost is the X we're solving for. All right. So units shipped in March, that's the point I picked, which is the 67,000. Okay, plus something. X will give you the 135.6. So let's multiply this out. So 1.8 times the units shipped. So now I have 135,000 is 120,600 plus X. So I can subtract the 120 from both sides, and I get X equals $15,000. So my formula, my cost prediction formula is total cost will be $1.80 plus units shipped plus the 15,000. So I can predict within the relevant range any total cost if you give me units shipped. How many units did they say they shipped? 56,000. Okay, so let's do that. So if I put get Excel to place nice here. So I put the 56,000 here. I can figure out total cost. So it would be the $1.80 times the 56 plus the 15. And so total cost would be 100,000 plus the 15. So you would get 115,000 $800 is your total cost. Let me know if you have a question.